is correct. Question 4 is a quotation question worth 10 points. Question, quote Mark chapter 5, verse 11.
Yellow, 1.
Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding.
That's worth 10 points. Question, Mark chapter 5, verse 7 mentions a loud.
Yellow, 2.
A loud. What? Voice?
That is correct.
Interruption.
Clothed and in what? His right mind?
That is correct.
Time.
All right, time has been called. Question 10 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Question, according to Mark chapter 6, verse 7, he called unto him.
Yellow, 1.
Interruption.
He called unto him, who? And began to send forth how? He called unto him the 12, and began to send them forth by 2 and 2.
That is correct.
Yellow, 2.
There is no man which shall do a miracle in my name
That is correct.
And they said among themselves, who shall roll us away the stone from the door of the sepulchre?
6. What? Days?
That is correct.
Ye may keep. What? Your own tradition?
That is correct. Question 9 is worth 20 points. Question, as recorded in Mark chapter 2, verse 8, when Jesus
Yellow, 1.
Interruption.
When Jesus perceived in his spirit that they so reasoned within themselves, he said unto them, what? Why reason ye these things in your hearts?
That is correct.
And when the unclean spirit had torn him and cried with a loud voice, he came out of him. Mark chapter 1, verse 26.
That is correct.
Verse 16 say, told them how befell to him, they that saw it.
Question 14 is a quotation question worth 30 points. Question, quote Mark chapter 7, verse 4.
Yellow, 2.
And when they come from the market, except they wash they eat not, and many other things there be, which they have received to hold, as the washing of cups and pots, brazen vessels,
Time.
Let's give both teams a hand. Question 1 is worth 10 points. Question. Mark chapter 1 verse 41 says, Be thou.
Yellow 2.
Interruption.
Be thou what? Clean?
That is correct. Question 2 is worth 10 points. Question. Mark chapter 8 verse 27 mentions his.
Yellow 2.
Interruption.
His. What? Disciples?
That is correct. Question 3 is worth 10 points. Question. Mark chapter 5 verse 6 says, Saw Jesus.
Yellow 1.
Interruption.
Saw Jesus where? Afar off?
That is correct. Question 4 is worth 10 points. Question. Mark chapter 1 verse 32 states,
Yellow 2.
Interruption.
Possessed. With what devils?
Question 5 is worth 10 points. Question. Locate this verse. And he
Yellow 2.
Interruption.
And he preached in their synagogues throughout all Galilee and cast out devils. Mark chapter 1, verse 39.
That is correct. Question 8 is worth 20 points. Question. Mark chapter 10 verse 13 records, they brought young.
Yellow 1.
They brought young children to him. Why? That he should touch them?
That is All right, question 10 is a quotation completion question worth 20 points. Question. And the Spirit.
Yellow 1.
Interruption.
And the Spirit cried and rent him sore and came out of him, and he was as one dead, insomuch that many said, He is dead.
That's correct. Question 11 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Question. Mark chapter 2 verse 3 refers to bringing whom?
Yellow 1.
Interruption.
Which is born of how many? And they come to him being one sick of the palsy, which is born of 4?
That is correct. Jonathan, that's your sixth correct. Give Jonathan a hand. And we have a timeout wrestling team. 60 seconds. All right, time has been called. Question 12 is worth 20 points. Question, when does Mark chapter 10 verse 46 say, blind Bartimaeus, the son?
Red 1.
Interruption.
Blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the wayside begging. And they came to Jericho, and as he went out of Jericho with his disciples, and every number of people,
That is correct. Question 13 is a quotation question worth 30 points. Question. Quote verse 15 of Mark chapter 5.
Yellow 2.
And they come to Jesus and see him that was possessed with the devil, and had the legion sitting and clothed and in his right mind, and they were afraid.
That is correct. And question 14, it's a 4-part question worth 30 points. Question. According to Mark chapter 10, verse 22, he was what at?
Red 1.
Interruption.
He was at what? And went where? Why? And he was sad at that saying, and went away grieved, for he had great possessions.
Time.
That is incorrect. And this interrupted 4-part question will be reread question 2 without interruption. Question. According to Mark chapter 10, verse 22, he was what at what, and went away what, why?
Yellow 2.
And he was sad at that saying, and went away grieved, for he had great possessions.
That is correct. Have a timeout. Arizona 1, 60 seconds. That is 6 correct for Anna. Give Anna. Just close. Let's give both hands a moment. Gold first. And the most important one is bronze. Working as a team. And just Anna, see if I can get it that way, and I'll mess up your hair. And let's get a picture.
May we get one with the coach in there, please?
Yes, can we have one with our coach?
Yellow 2.
About 2,000?
That is correct.
And Jesus rebuked him, saying, Hold thy peace, and come out of him. Mark chapter 1, verse 25.
That is correct. It is a 3-part question worth 30 points. Question. When does Mark chapter 2 verse 14 say he saw who sitting?
Red 2.
Interruption.
Sitting where? And as he passed by, he saw Levi, the son of Alphaeus, sitting at the receipt of custom, and said unto him, Follow me, and he arose and followed him.
That is correct. And this quiz is closed. Let's give both hands a hand. I need to see our Indiana 4 team over by the black table, and I'm calling. She received a silver medal. Question 3 is worth 10 points. Question. According to Mark chapter 16, verse 6, ye seek.
Red 2,
Interruption.
Ye seek. Who? Jesus of Nazareth?
That is correct. Question 4 is worth 10 points. Question. Mark chapter 5, verse 25 mentions how many.
Red 2,
Interruption.
How many? Years? 12 years?
That is correct. Question 5 is worth 10 points. Question. Locate this verse. When she had.
Red 2,
Interruption.
When she had heard of Jesus, came in the press behind and touched his garment. Mark chapter 5, verse 27.
That is correct. Question 6 is worth 10 points. Question. Mark chapter 1, verse 33 states together.
Red 1,
Interruption.
Together at what? The door?
That is correct. Question 7 is worth 20 points. Question. Mark chapter 5, verse 9 says, he answered.
Red 1,
Interruption.
He answered, saying, what? My name is Legion, for we are many?
That is correct. Question 8 is a quotation completion question worth 20 points. Question. And Jesus and.
Yellow 1,
Interruption.
And Jesus, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned him about in the press and said, who touched my clothes?
That is correct. Question 9 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Question. Mark chapter 8, verse 35 records, whosoever.
Red 1,
Interruption.
Whosoever will what? Shall what? Lose his life? Shall lose it?
Time.
That is incorrect. And this interrupted two-part question will be reread to Maryland without interruption. Question. Interrupted quotation question will be reread to Western 2 without interruption. Question. Quote verse 35 of Mark chapter 5.
Red 2,
While he yet spake, there came from the ruler of the synagogue's house certain which said, Thy daughter is dead, why troublest thou the master any further?
That is correct.